So now I am done putting all the items onto this barricade and rocks as well. That will look really nice if you use those bigger rocks mainly. I'm gonna prime this with spray paint, and I'll show you my little trick on how I get away with that. Even though you might think that, oh, you can't spray paint styrofoam, but Carl has a trick around this, and it will make your life a hell of a lot easier, because I honestly just don't have the patience to go in with a brush and get all the deep recesses. It's just not plausible for me. So what you're going to do right now is take this and put it on some PDF, particle board. It's worth it. It makes a solid base. It adds to the weight. You won't be knocking it around with your hand as you maneuver miniatures around it. It doesn't warp, and it's sandable. Put all those together, and it's way worth it. Just don't use cardboard. Don't use it. It looks like crap. It's warpable. It's light. It's not gonna, if you're gonna make terrain, if you want to make 2-minute terrain that has absolutely no visual appeal, use cardboard. If you're going to make anything that you want to have visual appeal, you might as well put some time and effort into it and make it better. So now that I've drawn out the outline around where this is going to go, I basically am just going to take a handsaw and start cutting out the general shape. Now that you have cut out your piece of wood, you need to start sanding it. It's important that you take the side that has the least amount of bite through from sawing and use that as the bottom, because the flatter it is on the table, the less likely it is to move. And then the more time you spend on this, the better it looks. Basically what you're going to want to do is hold your sandpaper, try and get some coarse, it'll make it a lot quicker. Hold it at an angle and make it so it's flush with your table, and then a slow incline up till the center. Making sure that enough of it is level so that way your piece sits level on it when you glue it. But the smoother this incline, the better it looks, and the more playability it has, because your models will have a gradual increase and they will not fall over. Something that I used to not take into consider when I built my first 2 terrain pieces, and as a result, models just fall off. They do not like to stand up on it, like making walkways too steep or hills too steep. And yeah, it looked really good, but no models can stand on it. I can, they all fall over. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Try and, spend as much time as you want, but the more you put into the terrain, the more you get out of it. So I'm going to spend some time and make this try to be as smooth of an incline as possible. So, got it all sanded, and now it's time to base this thing. Just take your tacky glue and do a fat line on the bottom of the pile, and then apply it to your base however which way you want, and push that motherfucker down. Try not to break off any of this stuff, but you do want to kind of push hard to make sure it seals. When you see glue popping out the sides, that's when it's down pretty good. And this is important because for the spray painting, we don't want any spray paint fumes to be able to get underneath and start rotting out the styrofoam. Okay, so this is how I get around the problem with spray painting styrofoam. The big secret revealed. Elmer's glue. Watered down. Let me set this down for a second, I gotta unscrew it. Elmer's glue mixes with water. Tacky glue, not so much. What you do is you water it down, make sure it's all shaken up, and I coat the entire piece in this. As you can see, it's really liquidy. It just runs all over the thing. Maybe not the cheapest way to go about doing something like this, but definitely is the best in my opinion. Because not only does it make it so that the spray paint never actually physically touches the styrofoam, but it makes a protective casing around all of the piece, so it never will break. When you're dry brushing it, none of the rocks come off. Works really well. So I'm gonna go grab a brush and kind of just paint it around and let it dry. So here we are at the end of this video, and it is actually 3 videos, but I figured people might want to watch it in individual segments maybe, instead of taking such a long time out of their day to watch something like this. But as you can see, not the tallest thing in the world, but at parts it's, use your imagination. That's about the perspective of another dude, and it covers enough. You'll also notice rock hard, and it's almost got a kind of shine to it from the glue, but you're gonna prime right over it, so you're not even gonna notice it. Should last forever. Everything should be glued in really freaking good, and nothing should fall apart, and it should only get stronger with the more paint. So this is the conclusion right here, and I will post a painting tutorial on how to paint this as well. And following this, I will post some pictures so you can get a better idea of what it looks like in a little better detail. Feel free, take my ideas, build some cool stuff, man. Send me a video response or something. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You want to copy it word for word, do it. You can apply, or you want to freaking, you can make anything. It doesn't have to be chaos. Put some, orc parts in here, and maybe some pieces of cardboard, make it look like corrugated, steel or whatever, and there you go, you got orc terrain. But yep, this is how to make Combat Carl's rubble pile / barricade, motorcade, whatever. And thanks, man. I appreciate the watch, and build your world.